Oh my goodness. This is it. You have to show them. This is it. Yahweh.
The eastern gate of Jerusalem has stood in silence for centuries, its stones sealed by men, but its destiny written by God. This is the gate prophecy speaks of, the threshold where the Messiah will one day walk. Across from it, the Mount of Olives watches in silence, the same hill where Jesus once spoke of his return. For generations, the gate has been a symbol of waiting, of expectation, of hope. And now, something extraordinary. On the very wall beside this sealed gate, markings appear, resembling the Hebrew letters of Yahweh, the most holy name in Scripture. Not spray-painted, not etched by vandal hands, but formed within the ancient limestone itself, as though eternity pressed its signature upon stone. Worshippers fall to their knees in tears. Skeptics shrug and call it erosion. Yet the shape of the four letters, Yod, He, Vav, He, is too precise to dismiss. Could this be what Jesus meant when he declared, "If these remain silent, the stones will cry out"? If the stones of Jerusalem are crying his name now, what are they preparing to shout tomorrow? For centuries, the Eastern Gate, also called the Golden Gate, has been sealed shut. Ezekiel foresaw this moment, writing, "This gate is to remain shut, because the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered through it." In the 1500s, the Ottoman Empire cemented its defiance into stone. They bricked it shut and placed a Muslim cemetery before it. They thought they had blocked prophecy, because priests could not cross the dead. But prophecy is not bound by man's design. Now imagine this. Beside that very gate, the name of God appears in stone. Not written on scrolls, but visible to anyone who dares to look. Is this heaven's way of announcing that no barrier, no wall, no graveyard can keep the king from entering? And if his name is already here, how much longer before his presence follows? The name Yahweh is not just four letters. It is eternity condensed. The name revealed to Moses from the burning bush. The name that said, "I am who I am." For centuries, Jewish tradition treated this name with holy fear. It was rarely spoken aloud, replaced with Adonai, Lord. To see it carved into stone near the holiest gate of Jerusalem feels less like chance and more like a message.
Some claim it is coincidence, weather, cracks, shallows of age, but those who have stood beneath it describe something else. Awe, tears streaming down your cheeks, hands raised in trembling prayer. A sense that the wall itself is alive, crying out to its creator. Jesus warned, "If these are silent, the stones will cry out." Could this be such a moment? And if this wall can bear his name, what else in creation is preparing to declare his return? In Jerusalem, faith and skepticism walk side by side. Tourists point and gasp. Believers kneel in prayer. Guides speak of prophecy with hushed reverence. But skeptics? They laugh. They call it erosion. They say the cracks are natural, meaningless. The Israel Antiquities Authority has not confirmed the discovery. No archaeologist has declared it authentic. Yet absence of approval does not erase the presence of wonder. Jerusalem has always been a battleground between the eye of faith and the eye of doubt. The question is simple, but dangerous. Are these mere fractures in stone, or is it the very name of God crying out from the wall? One thing is certain. Silence cannot cancel the sound of eternity. And when faith collides with doubt, which voice will echo louder across the nations? Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes and famines. Jesus foretold these signs, and today we see them on every screen. Yet in the heart of all this turmoil lies Jerusalem, the city of prophecy, the city of destiny. The Bible declares the Messiah will return to this city through this gate. So what does it mean if his name now stands carved upon its wall? Could it be a countdown, each letter a warning that the time is short? For centuries, the Eastern Gate has been sealed in silence. Now, God's name appears beside it, as though heaven itself is reminding the earth the King is coming. If the countdown has begun, how much longer until the clock strikes midnight? History proves Jerusalem is no stranger to signs. Fire once fell on the Temple Mount. The veil tore when Christ was crucified. Even today, flashes of light and strange movements are reported near the gates. Now, Yahweh appears on the wall. Is this erosion or is this inscription? Skeptics scoff. Believers bow. The divide widens. But prophecy warned us, scoffers would come in the last days, mocking the very promises of God. To them, these stones mean nothing, but to the faithful, they mean everything.
Creation itself seems restless. The earth shakes, the heavens groan, the nations rage, and now even the walls of Jerusalem cry out the name above every name. If this is just the beginning, what signs will follow before the gate opens? The Bible commands, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." Watching is not passive, it is active. Prayer, vigilance, readiness. The markings on this wall may be a whisper, but whispers can wake a sleeper. This could be a trumpet blast disguised as a crack in stone, a call to shake off spiritual slumber. Jerusalem is not simply a city, it is a divine clock, its stones ticking toward a final hour. The gate is sealed, the name of God is written, the stage is set. But when the gate opens, will the world recognize the one who enters? Isaiah spoke of a banner raised for the nations. Could this inscription be such a banner? Not stitched in fabric, not carried by soldiers, but engraved in stone, visible to all. The nations may rage, kings may scheme, but the wall remains. It bears a name no one can erase. To believers, it is hope. To doubters, it is a challenge. To the world, it is a banner announcing the King. God is reminding humanity, His name endures. Politics cannot silence it. Time cannot fade it. Doubt cannot erase it. But if this is the banner, what army of heaven is it summoning to march? Psalm 24 shouts, "Lift up your heads, you gates, that the King of glory may come in." The sealed eastern gate waits for that very command. If Yahweh's name now marks the wall beside it, is this heaven's drumbeat? Is this prophecy's signal that the King is near? The walls know it, the stones know it, even creation groans for it. Soon the gate will open not by human hands, but by divine command, and when it does, the King of glory will enter. But before that gate swings wide, what storm must the world endure? The markings on the eastern wall may seem small. To some, they are nothing but cracks. To others, they are the name of God, Yahweh, carved into the most sacred ground on earth. This is the conflict of our age. Faith sees prophecy fulfilled. Doubt sees weathered stone. Yet the tension itself feels prophetic. Jerusalem has always been the stage where heaven and earth collide, where faith is tested, where eternity touches time. Think of what this means. The name God gave to Moses in the wilderness, "I am who I am," now appears beside the gate Ezekiel saw in his vision. The same gate sealed by men, destined to be opened by God. If that name is there, it is not decoration, it is declaration. It whispers, "The King is near." It shouts, "The Lord remembers His covenant." It warns, "The gate will not remain shut forever." And here lies the cliffhanger. If the name is already written in stone, what else will be written in the days ahead? Signs in the heavens? Wonders in the nations? Shakings across the earth? The sealed eastern gate stands in silence. The nations bicker, the skeptics scoff, but the stones cry out. And if the stones cry Yahweh today, tomorrow they may cry something louder, the arrival of the King Himself. So we are left with a choice. Do we dismiss it as erosion, or do we see it as a whisper of eternity? The wall is speaking. The gate is waiting. The King is coming. And if His name is already written here, what message will the heavens thunder next?